Hi everyone, my name is Andre, I'm a bass player, and today I'm gonna tell you all about my sound. Welcome to my channel. So I decided to show you and tell you a little bit about the gear that I normally use live, the basses, the effects. So first things first, I started playing bass when I was 14, and my first gear was a 4-string bass collection, pretty awesome, and then a small combo from Warwick, and it was the 150 CL. So of course, throughout the years, I invested money in music and in my gear. So I started basically with cabinets and amps like, everybody would do. But of course, recently in the last probably 3 years, I started realizing that, it's a lot of gear sometimes to carry to places that, you cannot play that loud. It's all the logistic. And so certain things in the technology, they started evolving. And so I wanted to make that change also. So basically what I did, I started looking for some in-ear monitors. And this was the first change because I was playing with just cabinets and an amp on stage with stage monitors. It's important to say also that I'm a vocalist. So I was basically doing my own sound live, regardless where I was, located on the stage. If I was closer to my cabinets, I would then listen more to the bass if I need something, or to get something more precise in my sound or in a lick or in a riff. And of course, when I was, singing, I would be, close to the microphone and close to the stage monitors. So a lot of things were different, and my sound would suffer a lot on stage, and of course regardless of how small or big the venue was. When I started thinking about changing all of this, my first thought was, so I need to, I'm not going to use my cabinets anymore. I'm going to start using in-ear monitors. So I'm going to get rid of the stage monitors. I'm going to get rid of my cabinets. But I need to trust or to know that these in-ear monitors are going to deliver, what I need, especially because being a bass player and a singer, I do need a lot of important frequencies. I need the lows from the bass, and I need the middles and the highs, the treble from the vocals, and that, it has to be clear. So of course, my first investment was investing in good in-ear monitors. So I'm gonna show you a picture of the in-ear monitors that I use, and you can see, they're very well built. They're molded for me. So this is actually a Portuguese company. It's called Sound Fusion. So I went there and they did, a mold, a personalized mold. Basically my in-ear or the inside of my ear canal. It was made specifically for me. So of course this was the first stage. They are 5 drivers in-ear monitors. Now that I'm not using cabinets or amps, now that I'm just, my ears are covered with these in-ear pieces, I needed something to deliver the same quality punch and the same aggressiveness that I had on stage. So I started looking for some modulars. So I actually tried a bunch of different ones from, Fractal to the Line 6 to the Kempers, but I didn't want to spend a bunch of money since I'm a bass player and I keep things simple. We bass players, for the most part, we use a compressor, a distortion, and then, your amp and your cab, and maybe a chorus or 1 or 2 effects, but we keep things simple, so we don't need a very expensive machine to do what we need. So I went with the Line 6 Ajax Stomp, which I'm gonna also show you some pictures of mine. You probably know them by now. So my presets are that simple, just a compressor and a distortion and my amp and the cab, and I have a chorus, you know, for specific things. So for me, it's more than enough, and I'm, you know, very pleased and very happy with it. So basically, this is this simple. When I get on stage, I have to rely on a good in-ear mix because, you know, that's gonna be my sound throughout the night. So besides my basses, which are the most important thing, then it comes what I listen on stage. So in our several projects, what we did, we actually invest on this amazing machine, which is the Behringer X32 Rack. And basically what we did is we have 16 inputs and then we have 8 outputs. So normally when we get on the venue, they just give me the, you know, left and right XLRs, and I have 6 other outputs to work with for the in-ear monitors. My point is we have the complete control over our sound. So all the 16 inputs that are in our mixing board, I duplicate them. So the first 16 are going to the PA, to the front of the house, and then the other 16, which are sort of virtual inputs, they are all being sent to the mix buses for us. So then we can control our own volumes and, you know, EQ and compressor, everything. Now to tell you a little bit about the basses that I use, I'm using the Yamaha RBX JM1, and it's the red one, and incredible, very reliable. It's a little bit heavier than the bongo, but it delivers, you know, a more fat, a more, you know, with a full body sound, and which I use for specific things. And then my main bass, I would say, it's the bongo, the Music Man Bongo 6. So another important thing to me are strings. I started years ago playing with the Warwick Red Label because they're very cheap, but for me specifically, they would last 2 shows, 3 shows maybe. At the 4th show, those strings were gone, were completely gone. So, you know, throughout the years, I tried a bunch of different strings. I found for me that the Elixir stainless steel are the ones that, you know, deliver what I need. The touch is incredible, and of course, since they're coated, the durability of these strings are just amazing. They will last, you know, months. So another important thing, I'm going to show you also a picture of the picks that I use. They are Tortex. This, to me, as they are, they just deliver, you know, the punch that I need. You can listen. They bend quite a bit, and depending on what I'm playing, I can grab the pick, you know, just living a little bit out, or then if I'm playing something a little bit more loose, even I will even change the way I, you know, grab the pick, grabbing it really tight. But of course, if I'm playing something more loose, then I will change my approach using the pick like this, more in a more traditional way, and I would have more pick to work with. So these ones are just perfect for me. I don't like really heavy picks. That's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna bring this in a more detailed way. In the future, I'm gonna show you my presets and why I decided to use them like that. And we're gonna talk in more specific things about even both basses, but this is a sort of a overall look over my gear. So make sure to subscribe and like this video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye.
Wave your hands in the air like you don't care. Glide by the people as they start to look and stare. Do you dance? Do you dance? Do you dance quick? the world.